Hello again, I am Blunty doing a remarkable impression of Fry from Futurama. Look at me. Look at me be Fry. Listen to my Fry impression. Hi, I'm Fry. I'm stupid in situations where you wouldn't think people would ordinarily be stupid. I used a megaphone backwards. That was funny. Actually, it was pretty funny. So this is the Oculus Quest. I like it quite a lot. You can use it sort of as a standalone VR headset. And it works wonderfully for that. It's brilliant. You can connect it to the PC via a USB cable. There are certain restrictions on that. You have to have a very high quality USB cable. It has to be a certain type, and you have to use certain apps and things like that. But you can play proper VR, proper PC VR on this thing as well through a couple of avenues, Steam VR and Oculus VR and things like that. It's brilliant. You can even do it wirelessly, and I think I'll make a video about that as well. It doesn't work perfectly, but it's kind of amazing streaming wireless VR to this thing without any extra hardware. But today I wanted to talk about these. These are, of course, the Oculus Controls. I like them quite a lot as far as VR controllers go. You know, they're comfortable, they're light, the battery life is good, all the controls fall to hand pretty nicely, and I've got no real complaints about their functionality or their performance or anything like that. I quite like them. But you can also use this thing without them at all. Back in December-ish, I think, they released an experimental feature. Where's my settings? There we go. Settings, see all. Experimental features. There we go. Hand tracking. Auto-enable hands or controllers. So you can turn hand tracking on and off. You can also just make it automatically recognize when you put your controllers down. So where's my desk? That's my desk. There we go. Hands. So let's go through a few VR hand tracking demos, and I'll talk to you about my experiences in how these work. Now, there's no official support in any application that's native to this at the moment. So none of these native apps, none of them support hand tracking at the moment, but if you sideload some apps onto your Oculus VR, which you can do through an app and a website called SideQuest, which I think is a brilliant name for side-loading apps onto the Quest. SideQuest, brilliant. I hope they trademarked it. I hope Facebook doesn't come and stomp on them. But there are a few developers playing with this at the moment because, you know, they enabled the feature for basic interface stuff, so I can sort of pinch and drag around in the native Oculus interface. But like I said, no native apps or games yet. So we've got a bunch of developers doing demos and tech demos and tests and things like that over on the SideQuest stuff. So let's go through a few of these and see how they're dealing with this hand tracking and how they're implementing it into experiences and games. Okay, first on the list, and I realize the audio is not the best for you. I can stream the video from this thing wirelessly, all right, but the audio is a different question. So hopefully you can hear everything all right. This is just a fun little tech demo of a toy train, basically. So we can have a couple of different hand styles. So we're experimenting with how to render the hands, and this is really freaky. I mean, it makes sense, and you can see on both sides of your hands, but the disconnect between what my brain thinks my hands should look like and what they look like now, it's really creepy. You can get a halfway point and have sort of this bones in a transparent rubber glove kind of thing going on, and that's quite nice too, so you can see the articulation going, I guess. But I think the rubber glove hand is the most gentle on my mind. Let's get some smoke. Woo-woo. Speed up it. Speed up it more. Speed up it more. More. I don't know why I got a little rubber band on the windmills and stuff, but I can't actually interact with them. I don't know what that's for. Maybe there's a special grasp I have to do. I don't know. No, it's way too low. Stop. You guys alright? Oh, there's a moo cow. Wait, I had a moo button. There's a moo button. It's even called the moo cow button. So this is just basic interface testing, basically. So I've got just a bunch of buttons here you can sort of stab at. Can't really do it with your palm like you might expect. It has to be a finger or the tips of any finger, basically. Really? No? No, just that finger. That's where the blue dot is, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Welcome to Mr. Scribbles. In here you have the power to create. If you're new to Mr. Scribbles, pinch your index finger to your thumb like you're making an OK sign and scribble away. Ah, drawing application. So I've done a lot of this kind of stuff. Like VR chat, there's a lot of rooms where you can just grab pens and draw in the air, and Google has a sort of fairly sophisticated paint type program for VR, and people are doing amazing things in that. Oculus have one of their own native ones. I haven't tried theirs yet, but I'm never much good at doing stuff. Okay, pinch your index and middle finger to your thumb. Index and middle finger to your thumb at the same time to grow. Oh, we can move this thing about. So we can... Ah, there we go. What if I put my fingers down? Can we do it like that? There we go. So we can move our squiggles. Oh, I can't move it in 3D space. Its orientation can't be changed, apparently. Or maybe there's a different pinch for that. I can't let go of it! I can't. Get off me! Oh! I'm trapped. I'm forever tethered to my squiggle. There we go. Do that. There we go. Go. Let go. Stop it. Shrink, pinch with your index and middle finger. Okay, we'll try that. So, grab that, do that, and... Ah! Whoa! Oh, I made it very big. I made it very big, and I can't make it small again. I can only make it... I made it disappear, it's so big. Below some more shapes. Select one by touching it with your hand. Create one by pinching your index and middle fingers on both hands. Pew. Pew. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so that's a bit flaky. Doesn't quite work well. Steady. Just stay. Hold your hand and palm up just under the shape. Use your other hand instead to change direction. Oh, there we go. Okay, that doesn't work very well at all. Okay. You guys can't hear that wacky music, can you? I just made... Ooh, my hands are sparkly. Ooh. Oh, hey. It has some sort of palm detection thing going on there when my fingers crush into my own hand. Oh! Okay. So can I... Okay, so this is one of those, hey, let's be wacky with physics games. All right. Let's presumably put that in a little hole in the middle there. Nailed it! What, no celebration? Is that not what I was supposed to be doing? So this really doesn't have a lot to do with hands. It's just proximity to... You could do this with controller. What's next? Maybe that was just a tutorial. Alright, so this one comes apart apparently. Oh! Oh, the lag's bad. Okay, so can we... Okay, that'll sit in space. We already... Whoop, the physics are slightly different on this one. It wants to be away. Oh, stop it. Go down. Okay. Let's put the lid back on. Except we can't because the physics has just been, ooh, goofy physics, lol, goofy physics. This isn't fun, this is just annoying. Oh, I've seen someone else use this one. This one's wacky. Ooh, it also actually tracks really well too. This is the best one yet. My hands feel like my hands. That's goofy. Clap. Oh! My hands are big. Oh, that's very strange. Now my hands are tiny. Teeny tiny hands. I'm getting all kinds of weird dysmorphia from this. Oh, now they're... My hands are anamorphic. Cinema hands! Where's my lens flares? Oh god. Oh, my hands are on the wrong arm. Oh, that's very weird. Oh, I don't like that. That's goofy. Can I interact? I can't interact. Oh! Oh, that's very what's the word I'm looking for? Disconcerting. Oh, it's like wearing rubber gloves just over a fist. Okay, enough of that. Enough of that. No! I don't want them anymore. Oh, I have 2 thumbs on each hand. Alternate evolution of the human race. Oh, that's creepy. Oh! This is the screenshot I've seen before. All my hands have tiny hands on them. Do they all curl in at the same time as well? Oh, the physics are being a bit wiggy on that one. E.T. Phone Home. This will have to be the screenshot, right? This will be the thumbnail. Oh! Goofy. I guess that's it. We're back to normal now. Okay, so that one worked really well. I mean, it didn't do anything useful with the hand tracking, but it was at least quite responsive, unlike those other games. I guess I wasn't actually interacting with anything, so that kind of helps. But that was... That's my favourite. So the next one is the only one that, so far, I think is actually resembling a game. And again, this is one I've seen someone else have a go at in a video when I was having a look at the state of things. Oh, we're back to that wibbly wobbly hand tracking. So it's not necessarily the implementation of hand track. Oculus are using different games are a bit wibbly wobbly, so it must be something to do with how they're implementing it or something. But this is where, okay, so we'll try different. No, I can't grab those. Oh, I've got beams. How do I do that? Fist. Okay, beams do nothing. I don't care. How do we start? Chest. I have to open up the chest to start. There we are. So this hand intermittently fires swords. Oh, when I do the pinch. There we go. And I do the pinch for laser hands. There we go. So the whole point of this tech demo, it's a game-like thing. In there's things to do and a point to be made and scores and stuff. But this is it. The whole thing is just stop the little demon guys from getting to the magic sword. And you don't even really need the powers. You can just smoosh them. Smoosh. 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 Can I flick them? Oh, I can flick them. Boo, 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 boo. There needs to be more physics. I want to be able to flick them into the stratosphere. Also, can I go up? Oh, I can go up. Boink. There it goes. Whee! Whee! That's what I want to do. That's what I want from my God Hand game. Actually, you know what? What's Sid Meier doing these days? Because there's a couple of games he's responsible for that might work all right with this. Can I pick them up? I can pick them up, but their model wigs out big time. Oh, get away from my sword. Come here. Come here. No, I killed him. My god strength killed them. Smoosh. Oh, can I catch him? Can I... No, I can't pick them up in my palms. Everything goes wiggy. So this is it. There's nothing else. Oh, get out, get away. Get away from my sword. Boink! Yeah, so it doesn't work really well. There needs to be like individual collision on each finger or something and better physics, but again, it's just a tech demo kind of thing. And a Cubism, a Tetris-like puzzle game thing, and I've actually already tried this one, and it just doesn't work very well. So let's start it easy. So the point is, it completed because I already did this one. Yeah, the point is, this is my frustration with this. It just doesn't work properly. You're supposed to grab these puzzle pieces and maneuver them into the box, and it just doesn't work. With a controller, if you just grab one of these things and controllers track nicely, you could poke these things in there, but trying to use your hands for this, in the way this hand tracking works and the way they've got the interface set up for this, it's just an exercise in infuriation, because I don't know how much you can see there's lag there, and it drifts away. If I let that go, let me pinch it again. Nope, and you can't rotate them properly, and they just let go sometimes, and it's just a friggin' nightmare of usability, this whole thing. In theory, it should be fun. There we go, let's turn this thing around. Nope, let go please. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's not responsive. With a controller, Stop wigging out. Come here. Just... I'm not sure who decided that this was ready. Where did it go? Where did it go? Okay, one piece has just gone forever now. Okay, so, oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm not sure who decided this was ready to show people, but it's not ready. So there you go. It's less than impressive, isn't it? It sounds really exciting, just being able to use your hands, and I think that's kind of the point of this. It's not ever meant to be a replacement for controllers. I think they're still going to make the controllers. They're still going to, work on getting them better and better controllers with physical buttons and physical feedback and things you can hold in your hand that feels physical and better, better tactic feedback as well. So it feels like you're holding onto stuff. And they've got, they're working on making gloves and things. I'm not sure how practical the gloves are ever going to be because they're big mechanical gloves with motors in them to stop your fingers from moving, so it feels like you're grabbing onto something. All that crazy stuff. It's been worked on for years, and hand tracking's been worked on for years using different methods, cameras and radar and all kinds of implementations to track the shape of objects in 3D space. And of course, things like Kinect have also tried it as well. But just doing this with the cameras that's built into the headset that were designed to track the controllers is a pretty clever trick. Hand tracking, I don't think, is going to replace controllers in any way, shape or form. Hand tracking, when they get it working reliably, smoothly, intuitively, is about this. Is about just being able to put on your headset and go through interfaces without having to find your controller. It's removing a layer of friction in usability. So you can just pick up your headset, put it on, and start using it without having to pick up your headset, put it on, pick up your controller, put on the wrist strap, and put on the wrist strap on the other one, and make sure the controllers are on and tracking right, and you've got them in the right hand, and they're not backwards and things like that, because I've done that so many times. You feel such an idiot. But yeah, it's just removing that friction for base-level consumer stuff, for, browsing the interfaces, for watching movies, for VR video experiences, so you can browse, YouTube VR, for example. I've been doing that quite a lot, just using my hands. It's quite nice, just to be able to flick, flick, flick. Oh, I watched that one. Boonk. Oh, it's yet another lady in a bikini dancing. Have you guys looked at YouTube VR? There are so many videos of just creepy men filming models in bikinis just awkwardly dancing. It's gross. Nobody's making really high quality VR video content for YouTube VR. I might try and get a good camera and see what I can do. I don't know. But it would be nice if it worked in VR chat, for example, because that's less about interacting as a game, although you can and do pick up stuff and throw it around. But that's more, I want it to work in that because of body language. That's a social experience. That and alt space VR, and I'd want that kind of experience to be able to use this once it works really well. Because a lot of that is about social interaction and body language. But it's not, it just doesn't feel right in a lot of game-like experiences, like that puzzle game I was doing with the Tetris pieces. But yeah, for right now, the fidelity isn't there. Even now, there's a bit of a lag here. So trying to play Beat Saber with just your hands, there's just too much of a lag. So yeah, I think what we come down to is it's just not that practical at the moment, and you shouldn't expect it to be. It is under the umbrella of experimental features after all. And so it's just at the moment for developers to play with and experiment with and find out what works and what doesn't work, and what's the most natural way people are likely to interact. Are there any sort of clever tricks that can be separating gestures, for example, from actual deliberate input, because that's a problem I've had when I've been flailing here on a few of these takes. I've accidentally started up an app or two because I've pinched my fingers together too close and it thinks that's a click, and I just happen to be waving over a piece of interface or something. But yeah, those two use cases, just using interfaces, using these floating interfaces, the basic model of the Iron Man interface, where in the movies where he's going and swap that over there, that kind of stuff. I'm looking forward to being able to do that in VR or indeed in real space once they get this technology working. What happened? What did I do? I made it disappear. Nope, I selected YouTube. Nope, I selected the browser. Accidental input, that's what I'm talking about. What is this? What is this? Oh, it's just an ad. Why are these recommended videos? I know I'm being recommended History Channel, but what's this? I don't watch any gun videos. I don't shop for a house. God, I hate YouTube's recommendation algorithm so much. Not just because it doesn't recommend my videos to anybody, because it doesn't recommend me useful stuff. What was I saying? Yeah, general interface stuff and social VR stuff, I think, is where hand tracking is going to come into its own. In all other respects, in all real games where you're interacting with real objects and picking up stuff, guns and drinks and objects and you know, all that kind of stuff, I think controllers are still going to be the core way to do that kind of stuff. Not just because it's nice to have something in your hand while you're interacting, but because controllers give you more options. You've got 2 different thumbsticks, you've got 3D space motion, you've got several buttons, on most controllers at least 4 discrete buttons, some of which you can use in combination. The left and right buttons might do different things. I don't want to edit my avatar. And all that kind of stuff, trying to do that with trying to make people remember gestures, like this is a gesture for, I don't know, B, and an A press is like that, and it's all going to be just about grabbing, pointing, clicking. There's not a lot of finesse gameplay-wise you can do with just hand controllers in the way games are being made right now, where they do rely on several different kinds of input for very specific and state-dependent actions and things like that. So, yeah, if you have an Oculus Quest, I do recommend giving it a go. Have a look into the side quest side of things so you can get some experimental apps and things. And if you've tried it, let me know down below. If you haven't tried it, what do you imagine it would be useful for you? What would you like to do with your bare hands in VR with no tactile input whatsoever? What do you think it's going to be most useful for you? But thanks for watching. I am Blunty. I've taken the headset off, forgetting that I put the microphone on the headset. It's not the first time I've done that while recording VR videos either. I do highly recommend, by the way, the Antline wireless mic for anyone doing VR content, by the way, because they're good. Meanwhile, thanks for watching. I am Blunty. I will catch you next time. And a special thank you for any of you who bothered to subscribe, hit the bell, do the thumbs, etc., 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 because YouTube is a horrible beast and we must all fight the algorithm the best of our abilities. Right, do I have VR face?